And we're back again. You stare at Sam's face, shake off the memory and focus. Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Better or worse your name, sir? Maybe it's the only name on the list, so I set up a dead man switch. I got 100,000. Holy hell, when you find who creeps me alive with a conviction, when a body bag justification, either I'm rich, Rogers, McGirt, and McCain don't know what to do. Chet. Rogers has installed a secure, dedicated phone line so it may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin the verification process. Now that you must note that you must also be on secure landline to access this number. We will not accept from comms. I've led a Drek life, and I probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a, that I sucked air for. What do you say? I say I've traded a drinking buddy for a paycheck. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my full head these days. If I'm in a hot starts, that's how you find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. I'll see you in Seattle. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. And welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures my vision as I head onto the tarmac. Sit in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal into the heart of the Redmond bench. Organ Grinder is a legal chop shop for body parts. What the hell kind of universe is this? Whether from the living or the dead, if you're hurting bad enough for nuyen, this is the place to sell limb and an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's bodies ended up. You open the door and assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Ooh, game autosave, that's nice. James Telestron III to announce new Seattle Research Division. Not bad. Employees only behind this point. I'm in the back. Okay. The smell of death and decomposition wash over me, only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade anthrax. How pleasant. Is there anything around here to loot? Hello, loot? I don't see no loot. Let's talk to this dude. Oh, he looks unnecessarily freaky. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want to expect for someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Didn't expect visitors at this hour, and some butt wipe at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you? Are you the coroner? John Dresden, branch manager. So yeah, that makes me this area. Cow, I'm here about King representing, and I'm here about his murder. Interesting, a dead man makes for a strange climb, but what makes you think he's here? Locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see, well you're right, he's here. Well then why the hell didn't you just say that, numbnuts? Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it, with it being all the way out home in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 yuan was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer get... Yeah, I'm not telling him that I'm going to get a big payday, because I'm sure he'll try to take it. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent to record messages asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. He's over there. What is that anyway? Dressed in? He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. I don't know what an Emerald City Ripper is. Not my title, that's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? What's his liver? What about the other lucky contestants? First victim's heart, third had a spleen. Dresden, get out here! Oh gosh. What's this? I got a basic med kit. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Aww. Below the chest is a small pencil-thin incision covered in dry blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Moving things aside, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstress Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Take the cred stick. Oh, I got 300 won. Look at purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing. Blood has thoroughly soaked it. The blood sloshes a bit. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits. I feel terrible that we are... I don't know. We have been long to Sam saw. See you there. Love, Jessica. Put down the evidence bag. Sorry, Sam, but I'm broke. I need that one. Who the hell are you? Towering over the diminutive quarter is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. Given how large he is, I won't be talking about that. So this new Ripper victim, Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? So you insisted at the time. Ah, come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Oh, I don't like you at all. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns a target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're alive. Gross. Perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around the scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no help, dwarf. The Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Oh, I don't have enough strength to call him Lumpy. That's too bad. I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in town. Are you the detective? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. Why not? The dreck you were. Oh. Oops. Get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Do you always make friends, that is? I'm great at dinner parties. Well, he didn't really seem my type. Are you really going to work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey, I just realized how stupid that is, isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 nuyen a week in his paycheck. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Plus, he's on the take. You have honor after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. I just need to know who's... Okay, I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for his career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide. Are you the official? But my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say it wasn't suicide, but there were some unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped. Interesting. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new, but individual not as much with all the synth and cyber stuff. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops on. It's picky, and they don't care who still uses scalpels. Doctors still learn how to use them in the first year of med school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimmer chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts low lifes. You probably like it. Me, I'm not really the outgoing type. Always too much to get done around here. Plus the dead. Where was Sam killed? Yes. Wagon karma. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you go poke around the spot lockers in the back and find anything useful? Okay, we'll do that. John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. The cold suit opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair, the body seems to be in good to... Oh, that's not a body. For someone who just woke up, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data ejector into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos. An interesting combination. Is it 6? It doesn't feel... Do I look... you were just sleeping in a freezer for dead people, dude. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I know you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. I'll ask the questions. I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Oh, glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble with something, though. John, is this guy cool? He's on the level. Yeah, boy. I got a buddy. Well, I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around him. Thanks for volunteering. Nice to make you, Jake. I'm Cal. And well-mannered. Yay! Politeness works. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. He was hanging... Oh, okay, information. That's good. At the Seamstresses Union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days. Mrs. Buddha... Kobato? We'll call you Mrs. Buddha because that's funny. Buddha. Asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangsters got the jump on me. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. Could you grab me a cup? Get your own cup. My hands are dirty. That's wrong with you. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't go exactly as planned. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump. Gangers thought they could turn a quick profit. It probably didn't work out well for them since you were still here. Sam stumbled off during the fight, and that's the last I saw until he turned up here. Day-o-a. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story, but I end up in the morgue more often than the average. Yeah. Should have started a rewards program. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing, living, hand stuff. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leaders got the whole gang searching Barrens. I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered, and maybe throw in some decent supplies. Let's have it. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice. Count me in. Very funny. You can sleep in the dumpsters. So, you need a weapon? Give me a pistol. I'm good with a shotgun. Happen to have an SMG. I like to keep my distance. Got a rifle. You don't like library windows, do you? Oh, here's a rifle. So, ready for revenge? Tell me more about these gangsters. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. Of course they are. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens. We take him out, I can breathe easy. I'm ready. Basic trauma kit. Oh, so now I have 2 dudes. What do you have? It's not me. Okay. He's got a pistol, flamethrower, heal wounded, and aim. Oh, there we go. There's what I was about to say. How do I spend my karma? I think I need more karma than this, though, to get anything decent. Well, yeah. Can equip killer hands. I need more karma. I don't think there's anything here. Wait, do I need to... Basic med kits. No cyberware. I don't know how much cyberware I'll get to use if I... Oh, there we go. Come on, buddy. I got myself a buddy. To the Barrens. Run into the Seattle Sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Oh, terrific. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you got a recipe for mean as hell. Joy. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who the hell knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wary contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. Mission added. Find Jake's stash. So let's get going.